Hey everyone, Brandon, the shaving realtor, and yes, I am a real estate broker just outside of Chicago. Anyway, I wanted to do a shave today. Today's kind of a big day for me. I'm a big college basketball fan, and today is the day that the March Madness picks are made. So I'm just kind of hanging around the house today, and I figured I'd take a break and do a shave and wait for a few more hours before they start actually making the picks today. So I just made a couple of new purchases, and the shave that I want to do today is Major Wood by the K-Shave Worx. This is Major Wood is, if you can see it in here, oud wood, teak wood, and cardamom. If you can see that. Oud wood, teak wood, and cardamom. I really like the smell of this. I really like the rustic smells. And this is really rustic. Outdoors. It's got a little bit of a nice clean scent at the end. But I would say the scent strength on this is pretty good. It's probably a solid 7, maybe an 8 out of 10. It's really good. And the brush I'm going to be using today is the Big Bruce Razor Rock. And then I'm going to go back to, I'm going to give this a shot again. This is the Claymore razor from Executive Shaving. It's a very, very heavy razor. I just saw a guy do a demonstration on this razor on YouTube, and he weighed it, and he said it was like 142 grams for the whole razor. It is a very heavy razor. I like the head. I like how wide the head is. It's a single edge razor, so you can get a lot off on one swoop. But I'm going to look into maybe getting a different handle, a lighter handle for this razor, because I really do like this. I've got 5 razors now. This is without a doubt the most aggressive razor that I have out of all of the razors, but I do like it. So I will only use this razor usually if I've got at least a 3 or 4 day growth on my face, because it does cut right through, and it has a feather blade in it, and this will be my second use on the feather blade. Another thing I notice is on these single edge blades, you can get 8 or 10 shaves out of it actually. And I think I just threw my first one away. So this is only the second blade that I've had in this razor. So, and then I'm going to finish it up. I did get the matching aftershave splash, which smells exactly the same. And then I like the aftershave balm. So at the end, I'm going to stick with the kind of the woodsy. I don't have a shaving balm necessarily for that soap. So I'm just going to go, Captain's Choice sent me a little sample of the Sandalwood aftershave balm. So I'm going to end up with that along with some Thayers witch hazel. So let me get the face wet and we'll get started here. I don't know how many guys are into college basketball, but there's a wide field this year of, man, look at this. Just right off the bat, look at the lather on this. This is, it's just dripping off. But what I was saying was there's a wide range of teams out there this year that could take it. I really like the way Duke is looking right now, but we'll see. We'll see what the selections are today. Nice smell. I think maybe I got the brush a little too wet here. let's see how this goes. Now this Claymore razor, like I said, most aggressive razor I have. Shaving soap flying all over here. Let's see if I can do this without getting any little dings. A little one right there already. You know, this razor is so heavy, you just literally have to let the weight of it just go. You know, I gotta be honest, this was I made my purchase with this Major Wood on the shaving shop for Peter Chicalis. And I was very happy. The shipment came quick, within I think 3 days I got it. I got another shipment that's coming on another one that I'll do a video on in the future. Okay, it's a pretty good pass, very aggressively. Let me rinse off, I'll be right back. Back for round 2. That was nice on the first one. Let's see how we do here. I really like this soap. Nice lather. The brush dried out a little bit, so there we go. One little nick so far. Very good. One thing I learned, I want to tell you. The other day, I cut myself pretty bad right on the chin. And I realized what happened, what I was doing, is when I was coming across with the razor, right at the last second before I would take the razor off of my skin, I would go up or down, and it would just put a cut right in, and this was a bad one I got the other day. It took me a long time. So anybody that's just learning how to do this with these razors, you know, when you're done with a pass, take the blade off your skin immediately. Just a little move, or you move your head, that razor's gonna cut right into you. And mostly right here in the chin area, because where your bone is, That's where I cut myself a lot, and I just learned what I was doing was right before I took the blade off, I was either moving my head or moving the blade up and down, and it was cutting me right here. And I've learned not to do that. Man, am I messy today, all over. While the rinse off, I'll be back from my final pass. Okay, here we go for the third pass. Now what I'm going to do here, because this Claymore razor is so aggressive, okay, and I'm going to be going up on my last pass, I've really cut myself a lot with this blade. So what I'm going to do is I'm dialing it down a notch, and I'm going to go with my vintage. I'm going to go with the vintage Gillette adjustable, and I'm going to put it on number 3, and I'm going to use this for my final pass because this blade feels really nice on the final pass. The first 2 passes on this Claymore razor are really good. I mean, any day if I'm running out the door, those 2 passes, even 1 pass many times with that razor, I could go. But because I got time today and I'm just relaxing, I'm going to do 3 nice passes. So I'm just going to do a final cleanup with this Gillette adjustable. And see how this goes here. And I'm just going to paint this on for the last coat. I'm really impressed with this soap. Nice smell. Nice scent. It seems to go on really nice whether your brush is too wet or too dry. Because I haven't added water to the brush at all. All right. There we go. I've never seen anyone really do that before when you're using like an open comb razor where it's really an aggressive razor. To dial it down and use a much less aggressive razor on your final pass or your final cleanup, because that is just baby smooth now. So maybe somebody wants to put some comments below and let me know if you've done it this way with a less aggressive razor and how that works. Because now that I got away with 2 passes on that aggressive razor with no cuts, I just got one. I had a little pimple right here that I caught. Yeah, baby smooth. Big difference on a shave, huh? When you've got time and you can relax. Versus when you're trying to rush out the door in the morning. Okay, let me clean up and I'll come back for my final. Yeah, I gotta tell you, that was nice shave. And again, big difference when you're shaving and you've got time to relax versus, like I said, rushing out the door in the morning. So, you know, if you're gonna be doing this wet shaving, DE shaving, take your time and enjoy it. because I'm going to tell you something, this is really nice. And going back to the March Madness, I'm going to use Thayers Witch Hazel. This is the original, kind of unscented, again, because you got a little bit more of a rustic smell to this to stay with it. But I'm going to hang out the rest of today. Maybe pour myself a bourbon, sit and relax. And for all you March Madness fans out there, I wish you guys luck on your brackets. It's going to be tough this year, I think. There's a lot of really, really good teams. I was a big UCLA fan. They were undefeated, and then they lost to, I believe it was Villanova. And then I'm watching Gonzaga. They got that monster of a center. I forgot his name. He's like 7'1", 260, just a big, burly, mountain-looking guy. You know, and they lost to BYU, I believe it was. And so a lot of these guys are really, you know, number 5 ranked teams beating undefeated number 1 ranked teams. So this is really going to be a good tournament this year. Major wood aftershave. This really smells nice. I don't believe that there's alcohol in this. Oh, does that feel good? I just wanted to leave one final thought, because I don't like getting too political. You know, one thing that I've learned being a real estate broker for 26 years, there's 2 things that I normally don't discuss, and that's politics and religion, because people get so offended today, and I just try to stay away, you know, from that subject. But today I wanted to talk about Facebook. You know, a lot of us belong to a lot of these different Facebook pages. I recently joined a couple of shaving Facebook pages, and because I'm so new, I'm 1 year into this, and because I just recently joined a couple of shaving Facebook pages, I'm just not going to mention the name of the Facebook pages, but I am an administrator of a couple of local community Facebook pages, and I just want to say that, you know, if you choose to join a private Facebook page, a page where you have to literally submit to be allowed into the page, and you choose to join that page, and then the administrator then turns around and allows you to be a member of that page, if something on that page offends you, if something in there is something that you just don't like, go to the proper chain of commands and go to the administrator and voice your opinion. Don't go over the administrator's head and go directly to Facebook and in order to try to get people kicked out because something was said on this private Facebook page that offended you. Do the proper thing and go to the administrator first, and if that doesn't work out, you know, then you can go and do, you know, to a higher level. But to just go over the administrator's head and go directly to Facebook, come on. I have my opinions about people like that. Remember, it's a private page, a page that you chose to be on. It's not like it's just out there for the Facebook world to see, okay? So I just ended that with, again, with the Sandalwood Aftershave Balm. And I'm going to tell you, I'm very relaxed today. Like I said, I'm going to enjoy the rest of the afternoon. Have me a couple of bourbons, sit back and watch the March Madness picks tonight. And again, to everyone out there who is going to be getting into brackets, I wish you luck this year, I really do. And again, give me your opinions down below, and let me know what you're doing this year, who you're picking. Wait till obviously after the tournament starts so we don't influence anybody. We don't want to do that. So, but in the meantime, as always, I appreciate you watching the video, and make it a great day.